My question, I think, was already been answered, but I'll ask Dr. Shaywitz. The National Center for Learning Disabilities believes that all parents and professionals who work with young children should be informed of the early signs of dyslexia. I guess maybe you can focus on what families and doctors can identify and should be aware of that are early signs that maybe more people would recognize that they need to actually get their child or maybe their patient or their student further evaluation rather than just saying, well, they'll improve, which is what we were kind of told. Well, it's early, she's only 6, and we're like, no. All the other 6-year-olds are reading at a much higher level, and her brothers did, and we know that. So what should we be aware of? The early warning signs, what can we do?
Good question, and I'm so glad you asked it. Children can and must be identified, and the parents are the ones that know the child best. Sometimes schools don't listen to them, but parents do know the child best. So dyslexia is a language-based disability. So you can start right away. There may be a delay in talking. As children grow up and go into toddlerhood, and I think Ms. Santee mentioned it, one of the first things, dyslexia results from difficulty getting to the individual sounds of spoken words. So children have to be able to separate out the sounds into each individual sound that represents the letter. So one of the first times the child has to do that is when they have to rhyme. Because how do you know cat match that rhyme? You pull it apart and you look at the at. So children who have difficulties rhyming, then who have difficulties learning the sounds and the letters, that's initially. So that's something that parents can watch for, but also pediatricians. I am a pediatrician, and I must say pediatricians need to know more. They're really the people who are often the ones that follow the child, know the child, but they don't know enough about dyslexia. And we at the Yale Center are be taking actions to educate pediatricians, to involve them more, and we've now actually developed some instruments that can be used for screening at kindergarten and at first grade. So I've just begun what are the symptoms. I have them in my book, Overcoming Dyslexia, but they should be made part of teacher training. Every teacher shouldn't deny when a parent is concerned, but should actually know what dyslexia is, as Max said, knowing what it's about, and be able to identify that child, and have the support at the school to be able to do that. And that doesn't occur. I just want to add also that very often, and we've been talking about Charles Schwab and others, dyslexia is an unexpected difficulty, as I showed on the slides. You can have a high IQ and read much below that. And very often schools, if you're bright, they say, oh, well, as Max was told, you're not trying hard enough, or you have to work harder. So children and young adults who have high levels of intelligence, and that you can test for and must be tested for, shouldn't be overlooked as well.
Thank you
for that question.
You're welcome. And I just want to say it again, it's not, in my opinion, I've got 4 kids. Anyone who has children knows. We could tell when she was younger. And we were advocates because we had experience. I would implore everyone to, as a parent, to be an advocate. And the last thing, and then I'll yield back, Mr. Chairman, is that anyone who had kids also know that when you're in kindergarten and first grade, the social status starts to develop of where you fit amongst your peers. It's very, very early. It's much earlier than that even. It's in So to wait it can do a lot of damage.
I just want to add that data hot off the presses and our laboratory show that that gap is there by first grade. And it's just not acceptable to want to wait and watch. That's waiting for failure. And just to reinforce what you say, children know who's in the Sparrows reading group and who's in the Eagles reading group.
They do.
And you can't fool them.
You can't.
So that early identification, that should be mandatory. The teachers have to look for the signs. children need to be evaluated, and they can be, and then get the evidence-based instruction that they require, because you can turn an unhappy child into a happier one. But if you do it early, you don't have to go through that unhappiness.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Buchan.